Hey there, and welcome to Alan Wake, a psychological horror, thriller, mystery, action, adventure, romp sort of thing. This game draws a lot of outside influences in, and you'll see that pretty heavy-handedly, but overall it's pretty good. We can't play on Nightmare right now, the hardest difficulty, because we have to beat the game once to unlock that, and we'll need to play that for some stuff we need to collect, but for right now, we'll just do normal.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
So if that intro was even vaguely familiar to you, it's because it is almost a shot-for-shot remake of the opening to The Shining. So the controls are pretty simple for right now. The entire game isn't really that complicated. It's driven more by the story.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me
And
there.
we're going to have a lot of cutaways like this, where either he just starts talking, or it takes the camera control first.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
So there are plenty of collectibles in this game. The first type is the coffee thermos. Just like all of the collectibles in this game, there isn't really a point to them. You don't unlock anything, you don't get anything special for them. They're just for you to go explore and find.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you could just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer! You're a joke. There would be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. It's not like your stories are any good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
So remind me not to run over a homeless man anytime in the future. So this is the PC port. It's a little bit different from the Xbox 360 version. One of the bigger kind of differences is the inclusion of QR codes. There's about one per chapter, and this particular one takes you to the Alan Wake Facebook page. So they're not incredibly exciting, but they're there if you want them.
You missed your deadline!
Damn,
So here's our first little combat mechanic. It's just dodging because we won't always have a weapon or a way to defend ourselves. So dodging is pretty simple. When they go to attack, you just run and hit the dodge button. As you can see, my timing isn't really perfect. So you need to get it as soon as they attack to kind of guarantee that you won't get hit.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
And most combat's pretty avoidable, so it's no real big deal.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
You don't really have to rush here. The tornado does take its time. So we're just gonna casually stroll across this bridge.
Wait, it's me! I'm Stuart, remember? Quickly, get inside! There's no time to lose! Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Well, I sure hope nothing else weird happens. Yeah, this counts as weird, right? Okay.
It was a death trap. I had to get out.
Okay, that's enough. I think we can leave now. Just either of these doors wants to let me out.
Follow the light.
See, now that's pretty nice of him. Whoever he is.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Now this game has safe havens where your health kind of regenerates pretty quickly. It regenerates on its own even without the light, but it's pretty slow in comparison.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Using the flashlight will make them vulnerable to gunshots, and you can aim the flashlight to make the darkness go away a bit more quicker.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
And at any point you can aim the flashlight at them and it stuns them
Up
for a
the
bit.
revolver.
And if we wait just for a bit,
He is your enemy. You need to defend yourself.
our little helper here starts to get kind of creepy.
He will kill you. Take the gun.
Whatever you say, man.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
And that's really it for the combat. Just get rid of the darkness and then shoot them. And there's another little collectible over here that's not gonna give us little notices whenever we get them. There we go. And they're just little pyramids of cans. You just shoot them down.
This way, and now I'm gonna kill you.
And here you can see that if you just aim, it automatically finds the target, so there's no sort of free aim that's really necessary for combat, since it does it all for you. I don't know where that guy went, so let's just get out of here.
This isn't Witch.
And another thing to note about these safe havens is once you go into them, all the enemies chasing you go away. But you need to be careful if you go back the way you came, because the enemies will respawn. And at a lot of safe havens, we'll get these little supply boxes, and they can have some pretty important items in them. If we head down here, we can find our second thermos. So the flare gun works a lot like a pistol, but it's pretty much the most overpowered weapon in the game.
Just like
And it works just like this. So the flare gun will kill most enemies in just one shot. It's a pretty good weapon to have. Well, goodbye, I guess. Is okay.
I can keep this up forever.
So that looks pretty intimidating. I think we should go. I think we should go now. Yep, just avoid all the falling cars. Just make sure you don't look back though, or you'll see the tornado really isn't moving that quickly. It's still at the other side of this bridge. But we'll find our last thermos for now, and we'll head into the lighthouse.